Something is stirring in the Horn of Africa, a quiet change with the power to reshape the region. Far from the world's headlines, Eritrea is building a new kind of fortress, not of stone, but of modern military technology. Once seen as isolated and locked in time, Eritrea is now undergoing a dramatic transformation. President Isaias Afewerki, Eritrea's enigmatic leader, is orchestrating a silent upgrade. This is a story of survival and ambition in a volatile neighborhood. While neighbors were distracted by internal strife, Eritrea quietly rearmed. It sought new partners and acquired advanced systems. The goal: ensure Eritrea could not be ignored, intimidated, or invaded. Satellite feeds reveal new installations. Whispers speak of advanced radar and new naval patrols. These are not minor improvements. They mark a fundamental shift in Eritrea's defense posture. The country is moving from trench warfare to controlling its air and sea domains. This leap into the 21st century is happening faster than anyone predicted. The silent upgrade is no longer a secret to those watching closely. The implications are immense. The Horn of Africa is a tinderbox of rivalries and global competition. Every move by one nation forces a reaction from others. Eritrea's modernization is a stone thrown into a volatile pond. The ripples are already being felt in Addis Ababa, Djibouti, and Khartoum. What does this new Eritrean power mean for Ethiopia's quest for sea access? How does it change the calculations of global powers with bases nearby? Eritrea's rearmament is not just about weapons, it's about the future balance of power. The unseen fortress is now making its presence known. The region is watching and the world is beginning to take notice. Eritrea's transformation is rewriting the rules. The Horn of Africa will never be the same. To understand Eritrea today, you must understand its location. The country sits along the Red Sea, one of the world's most vital maritime corridors. Trillions in trade pass through its narrow channel every year. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait is a global choke point. Control here means strategic power. Eritrea is the Red Sea's sentinel, a position that brings both leverage and risk. Its geography draws the attention of global powers and makes it a target. This has forged a fiercely independent national identity. Eritrea's modern state was born from a brutal 30-year war for independence from Ethiopia. That conflict, ending in 1991, taught Eritreans the art of survival against overwhelming odds. The entire society was militarized, every citizen a potential soldier. This unity and resilience became the nation's backbone. But peace was short-lived. A border war with Ethiopia erupted again in 1998. The siege mentality took root, and Eritrea became a garrison state. President Isaias Afewerki's worldview is shaped by this history. He sees threats everywhere and believes only a powerful military guarantees sovereignty. For decades, this meant a massive ground army and indefinite national service. The human cost has been immense, fueling a refugee exodus, but for the government, it was a necessary sacrifice for survival. Now, survival means more than holding a line in the sand. It's about controlling the sea and the sky. Eritrea's strategic mindset is evolving. The nation is determined to shape its own destiny. Its history of struggle is now fueling a new era of ambition. The lessons of the past are driving the transformation of today. Eritrea's identity is forged in fire, and now it's being tempered by technology. The Red Sea's sentinel is preparing for whatever comes next. The world would be wise to pay attention. For years, Eritrea's military was built to fight the last war. Its strength lay in numbers, hardened infantry, Soviet-era tanks, and artillery. This force won independence and held the line against Ethiopia. It was designed for attritional warfare in the mountains, not for modern threats. The old guard's focus was simple: prevent another Ethiopian invasion. But warfare has changed. Drones, advanced jets, and surveillance tech have made old armies vulnerable. Modern navies can strike from afar. Secrets are hard to keep. An army built on manpower and old tanks is now obsolete. President Isaias and his commanders saw this shift. They watched conflicts in Libya, Syria, and the Tigray War, learning how technology can give a smaller force an edge. The old model could no longer guarantee sovereignty. Eritrea had to modernize or risk being left behind. The decision was made: pivot or perish. The silent upgrade was born from this realization. Eritrea's future would depend on technology, not just numbers. The old guard's era was ending. A new approach was needed for a new era. The transformation had begun. Eritrea's military transformation is happening in the shadows, no grand announcements, just quiet, strategic moves, the core shift moving beyond a massive land army to a layered defense network. The goal is to protect airspace, secure the coastline, and provide early warning. New technology is at the heart of this upgrade. Discrete partnerships with foreign allies, especially from the Gulf, are providing hardware, training, and expertise. Eritrea is leapfrogging decades of development, modernizing every branch of its military. The Air Force gets new air defense systems, the Navy, modern patrol craft, the Army, better surveillance. It's not just about buying weapons, it's about integrating them into a cohesive system. New radar stations connect to air defense and naval command, creating a network that sees and reacts instantly. Eritrea is investing where it matters most, focusing on asymmetric capabilities. The strategy: deny a more powerful enemy control of air and sea. It's a smart approach for a smaller nation, punching above its weight. Eritrea isn't aiming to be a superpower, it's building an impenetrable fortress in a dangerous neighborhood. The silent upgrade is a testament to long-term planning. Eritrea's shield is almost complete. Eritrea's skies were once its greatest vulnerability. Old Soviet-era air defenses offered little protection against modern threats. The leadership knew this was a critical weakness. The first step in modernization: build an invisible shield over the country. Eritrea expanded and upgraded its radar network, deploying advanced systems along the coast and inland. These radars detect stealthy aircraft, drones, and cruise missiles at long range. Early warning gives commanders time to respond, shifting from reactive defense to proactive awareness. With new eyes in the sky, Eritrea acquired advanced surface-to-air missile systems. These mobile systems can engage multiple targets, from fighter jets to drones. Eritrea now has a credible deterrent against air attack. The military balance in the region has shifted. Ethiopia's air power advantage is neutralized. Any air campaign would be costly and dangerous. Eritrea can now protect its infrastructure, cities, and military sites. The new air defense shield makes Eritrea a much harder target. The era of vulnerability is over. Eritrea's skies are guarded as never before. Eritrea's long Red Sea coastline is its greatest asset, and once its weakest link. The Navy was small, with aging patrol boats, unable to police vast waters or protect key ports. This left Eritrea vulnerable to smuggling, piracy, and potential blockades. The leadership made naval modernization a top priority. Eritrea invested in fast, modern patrol craft with advanced sensors and weapons. These vessels assert sovereignty, protect shipping lanes, and respond rapidly to threats. Increased patrols send a clear message: Eritrea's coast is no longer unguarded. Coastal defenses have also been upgraded with land-based anti-ship missiles. These systems create a protective bubble around ports and strategic islands. Hostile navies now face serious risks near Eritrean waters. The strategy is denial, making any naval action prohibitively costly. Eritrea's renewed navy shifts the balance of power at sea. Ethiopia, desperate for sea access, must now contend with a capable Eritrean navy. Eritrea is no longer just a nation with a coastline. It commands its coast. The Red Sea's security map has changed. Eritrea is now a maritime power to be reckoned with. Eritrea's military modernization is sending shockwaves through the Horn of Africa. Every new radar and patrol boat forces neighbors to recalculate. Old assumptions about Eritrea's weakness are gone. Ethiopia feels the impact most. Its demands for sea access now face a formidable deterrent. War is a far riskier proposition. Diplomacy is the only real option. Djibouti, hosting global military bases, must now factor Eritrea's ambitions into its own security. Sudan, mired in conflict, watches its eastern border with new caution. Eritrea's strength gives it leverage in regional politics and alliances. The Tigray War showed Eritrea's willingness to intervene beyond its borders. Now, with a stronger military, Asmara can act with greater confidence. Accusations of Eritrean meddling in Ethiopia's internal affairs are growing. The region's political landscape is more unpredictable than ever. Eritrea's upgrade is redrawing the strategic map. The Horn of Africa is on edge, waiting to see how this new power will be used. The balance of power is shifting. The next move could change everything. The Horn of Africa is a global crossroads, and Eritrea's rise has caught the world's attention. The United States, China, Russia, and the Gulf states all have stakes in the region. Eritrea's military posture affects global trade, security, and great power competition. Washington values stability but worries about Eritrea's unpredictability. China, invested in ports and infrastructure, prefers strong, stable partners. Eritrea's model of state-led development and sovereignty appeals to Beijing. The Gulf states see Eritrea as a buffer and a partner in Red Sea security. At least one Gulf state is believed to have aided Eritrea's military upgrade. For them, a strong Eritrea is a valuable ally. The world is watching closely, trying to gauge President Isaias's intentions. Eritrea's rise is part of a much larger geopolitical game. What happens in Asmara now echoes far beyond its borders. The stakes have never been higher. Eritrea's silent military upgrade has changed the Horn of Africa's strategic equation. The nation has transformed from a relic of past wars into a modern power. This is about more than new weapons. It's a shift in mindset and ambition. Eritrea now commands respect and cannot be easily coerced. The balance of power has been recalibrated. A stronger Eritrea could deter aggression and contribute to regional stability, but it could also become more disruptive, emboldened by its new strength. The regime's history of unpredictability raises questions about its next moves. The military upgrade does not solve Eritrea's internal challenges. The ultimate question: will this new power be used for peace or for settling old scores? The Horn of Africa holds its breath. Eritrea has changed the game. The next chapter is about to be written,